Hello everybody, I am just starting up. Welcome to Montezuma. I have to tend to a couple things, technical issues. One second. It is a warm day, 85 degrees, but breezy. So really not that bad, at least for the moment. Anyway, it's, I don't know if it's mostly sunny or mostly cloudy. Or, I'm sorry, partly sunny or mostly cloudy. But there is some cloud cover, and that makes a big difference. I went inside, and the only birding list was a couple days old, and the very nice person inside didn't know of anything special in terms of sightings. I can tell you what I've seen since I arrived. I've seen or heard purple martins, at least one tree swallow, at least probably a couple song sparrows. I did see a northern harrier, which was good to see. I believe I saw some gulls. They were up high. They were white birds, just the way they were flying. Oh, hold on. Shoot, missed it. I have seen an osprey. I've seen some turkey vultures, red-winged blackbirds. Did I say song sparrow? Hold on, I saw something, but now I can't see it because of the trees. There's a chance I had seen a hawk in the distance, but it was just so far away, and I couldn't tell what it was. Hearing a song sparrow now. Anyway, welcome to Montezuma. It says 85 degrees on my thermometer. Like I said, it's a little bit breezy, which is very welcome. Yesterday it is humid, but everything's relative. So compared to yesterday, it's much better. Yesterday was quite warm. And I had feared, the heat can take a toll on the equipment, on me, but I was also concerned that maybe I'd come up here and not see any birds just because everyone would be hiding. And that can happen sometimes. They say, oh, I did hear an American goldfinch earlier. I just saw, what did I just see? Is that a, hold on. I believe I just saw a flycatcher of some sort, but I lost sight of it. It was acting like one, I should say. Oh, there it is. I don't know. Did it go? Yeah, it went. Oh, here it comes back. This is through the windshield, so it's not easy. Always seems to have a hard time getting flycatchers of any sort in focus anyway. See if we can get a little closer. Maybe I can convince the camera to focus sharply. Nope, not in time. Oh, here, it's back. I'm not sure what kind it is. Hey. It just took off, and here it comes again. Right back, well, up to nearly the same spot. Okay, and see if it comes back. I lost sight of it, but I don't think so. Okay, let's move on. Not hearing a lot of bird vocalizations right now. Just heard a song sparrow. So I don't know what what kind of a tour we're going to have today. What are we going to see? You never know. Yesterday, very hot day, and I didn't believe I would see much. And was looking out the window at a time later in the day when I don't remember exactly what time, but not first thing in the morning. I'm hearing red-winged blackbirds, by the way. And I was surprised to see in a perch where I have often of late seen my neighboring red-tailed hawks, early in the morning. I saw one. A short while later, there was a second one there. There were two there at once. So, you never know. What do I see? I see a cedar waxwing. That's a cedar waxwing. The red-winged blackbirds that are in the area seem to be on alert for some reason. At least we're hearing plenty of vocalizations. There's a turkey vulture in the air, but I don't believe that's what they're calling about. I've seen at least 3 turkey vultures. Don't know if this is one of them, but I've seen at least 3. To my right in the channel, I see nothing. Let's keep going. Hold on a second. Hold on. Okay, I think that's still the same turkey vulture. I was discussing inside the visitor center the prospect of possibly mowing here in the main pool area. I'm not talking about mowing like along the side of the road where we obviously have grasses that are always blocking our view, but some of the main pool area. And I just saw a tree swallow. Don't know if that's going to happen. I hope it does, because they're going to eventually allow the pool to refill, but with all the tall grasses, you wonder, if they don't mow, what is going to happen, in terms of our visibility. Now, they don't do things for our benefit. They do things for the benefit of oh, I'm hearing a marsh wren. They're doing things for the benefit of the wildlife. So, it's, wildlife first, not visitors first. And that's fine, I can understand, but selfishly, it'd be nice if they mowed. The areas that are normally covered by water. Otherwise, if ducks are there in the fall during migration, we're not going to be able to see anybody. So we'll see what happens, see if they mow. And they might, I don't know. You know, this may be a very, bird-wise, a very quiet day. So far we haven't seen much. I was happy with my sighting of the northern harrier earlier, just as I was coming in, basically. As I mentioned last week, we hadn't been seeing them. And then I mentioned it inside at the visitor center, and I was told something I didn't know, that they kind of tend to move along with shorebird migration. So she said actually that one was early, and she had seen it also, or at least had seen, you know, another, at least a northern hare, maybe not the same one, but possibly the same one. Oh, there's a shorebird. And there goes the shorebird. It's a small one, but I don't know what it was. Anyway, I didn't know that about northern harriers. And you know, I don't know how rigid a rule that is. It probably isn't that rigid, but... And I say that because, for instance, we will often see northern harriers in areas that wouldn't draw, you know, any shorebirds. Other than, like, you know, birds like killdeer, which I believe are technically considered shorebirds. They certainly have that form factor, but they don't seem to, you know, rely on the water as much as shorebirds do, or, you know, other shorebirds do. And these, what are these birds here? Mourning doves. At least 5 of them, I'd say. It is quiet, my goodness. Okay, we're looking out over this puddle pool. I'm going to take a moment and just look with binoculars. See if I can get a better view of things. Oh, do I see a great blue heron? I do. I'll give you a look, but in a moment, but not just yet. I'm not seeing anything else really. Oh, I am seeing an eastern kingbird. Let's go to the kingbird first, although I may not be able to show it to you well because of what's in the way. Oh. No, it's not. Don't know what it is. Looks like it, but I don't know. I really don't know the gull species at all. And a lot of grasses here are making things okay, I'm going to set you down again, I believe, just for a few moments to allow me to look at things a little more closely with binoculars. I want to look at some of these areas where we do have somewhat of a line of sight. Not seeing anything. I'm hearing something though. I don't know what I'm hearing. As I set up and as I was in the visitor center, and then when I left the visitor center, not many people here today from what I could see. And I'll say it, as I mentioned inside the visitor center to the person there, it used to be that, at least since the tour began, we would come up here in the spring, and then once, hold on a second. Shoot. May have seen a starling, I'm not sure. Once there were young flying around, on the campus, young hawks, he would stay, closer to Ithaca and not bother to come up here. And I felt it wasn't that much of a loss because my own experience before that had been one with limited sightings, not as much good stuff to see in the summertime up here. And then in that year where there were no young on the campus, no young hawks, and we decided to come up here through the whole summer, we had so many good sightings here. Saw so many good things that last year, even though there were young on the campus, I couldn't stay away. And we had good luck. There's another marsh rat. We had good luck last year as well. This year we've seen a few things, but our luck has been, at a greatly reduced level, I'd have to say. A lot of that most likely has to do with the draining of the main pool here. Did I just see a robin? I might have. I'm not sure. And I see somebody. Looks like, is that a gallinule? No, those are flowers. Yes, common gallinule. And I believe is that a young one? Looks like a young one. So there may be more nearby. Oops. Although I haven't seen them yet. Maybe an adult. But I don't see... Oh, actually there's a second. Looks like there are at least two young. But I haven't seen an adult yet. I guess if there's one nearby, but I don't know. I'm not sure what vocal. Might be the young calling, or it might be something else. I don't know. Heard a marsh wren as well. Okay, well, I don't know. All right, let's keep moving. I don't know if we'll see the sandhill cranes again, like we did last week. Last week our problem, well, we had two problems. The sun was not all that good to us, and neither were the grasses. We might have more gallonals here. Let's see what we have. That's not a gallonal. Is that a, what is that? Is that a Virginia Rail by any chance? I don't believe it's a, well, I don't know. Just the way it's walking. I mean, I know the water's shallow there. I kind of would expect it to do some swimming. They're young, no question about that. Not sure what they are. Whatever they are, let's see if we can turn around and get a closer look at them. Find a good place to turn around. Meaning, not just turn around, but like get a place to see them. Look at them. Hope I can get them. A good line of sight. This might not be great, but I think we've got one here. Okay. Give me a moment. Do I see something else also, or probably not? No. We'll see. I'm guessing gallon oil. But they're walking around awfully tall out of the water. Cute. Those legs compared to the rest of the body. Is the other one within view? Maybe not. We do have some vegetation in the way, of course, as we so often do. Okay, let's see if we can get the other one, which I saw a moment ago. I'm hearing a robin sing. So far, I don't see any parents. Let's see if we can back up a little bit, maybe get some of that vegetation out of our way. maybe. Where'd it go? Come on. Here. Okay, we're going to move along, I think. Before I do so, is there anything else that we should be looking at? Not that I see. Okay, let's turn around and move along, I think. Yes, let's do that. Before I do that, let me just look a little bit with binoculars. Just heard an American goldfinch. Okay, let's turn around, as promised. Oh, hold on. Just spotted a bald eagle. It's moving through the trees right now. It just landed there. We'll take a quick look at it. The lighting won't be great, I don't believe, but we'll take a quick look. Oh, you can hear it. Okay, let's take a look. With the distance, it's hard to get a good sharp look, but it's a beautiful bird. Don't know if it was calling to another eagle. I'd have to guess that it was. we'll move on very shortly. It's nice to have a look at an eagle. It's the first one I've seen here today. Okay, let's get going. Looks almost like it's going to take off, but maybe I'm wrong. Okay, let's go. We're hitting a song sparrow right now. I see another common gallinule. This one's an adult by the looks of it. Let me give you a quick look. It's over here. So anyway, I mentioned earlier, the grasses. Well, I often mention this, but I mean these grasses out here in the area where there's normally water, and that's those are the grasses that I believe we were really discussing. Will those be mowed or won't they? I have no idea. I mean they're not that tall, but they're tall enough that once water is allowed to return, will the water levels be higher than those of the grasses? That I don't know. I'm not talking about the really tall grasses, which were tall to start with, that are like out there, for instance. Mourning dove up ahead on the road. Who knows if they'll mow them. I guess it would be nice if they would, just to be selfishly, just to be certain that we'd be able to see ducks, for instance, during fall migration. And who knows? I don't know how much water actually comes in. I have a feeling it doesn't get that much higher than those grasses, if at all. So I don't know. like I said, I hope. I hear the eagle again. I don't know if there's another eagle it's vocalizing to, but I hear the eagle. From here, I don't see the eagle. Oh, maybe I do. It's my, I don't believe that eagles will just vocalize for no reason. I believe usually they'll do so if there's another eagle they're trying to communicate with. Is that another one, by any chance? Looks like it. That was through the windshield. Maybe we'll get a better look once I can line up through the side window. But I don't believe that one's an adult. It looked like a young one. I don't know if that's the one that the adult was communicating with. I'm going to sit you down for a moment. Oops. Look with the binoculars at it. Okay, we don't have to look that closely. It is not an adult. Well, we'll look. Oops. I don't know if it'll show very well with this camera, but it's not an adult. You don't see a white head. And I don't know how long it's been there. Maybe it's been there a while for all I know. Hold on. Oh, come on, wire. I saw a white bird in the air. I don't know if it was a gull or a tern. Couldn't show you because of the wire. Okay, hold on. I gotta look at something with binoculars. I see some Canada geese. First I've seen today, anywhere. As soon as I get a somewhat clear out, there may be more than I believe, but there's some anyway, way out here. I don't know if we'll have a look at them or not, much of a look. More there. Maybe if we approach and get a little closer, maybe we'll be able to see them better. You know, the Canada geese, they do need water, but I mean, I'm hearing a oh, you know, that's the young one that was up there. I thought something might be happening, and sure enough, that's the adult came into the same area and is calling, and the younger one has since flown on. I don't know where it is. I lost sight of it when I went back to look at the adult. Anyway, as I was saying, or about to say, you know, the Canada geese, they need water like anything else needs water, but you know, the grasses are what they primarily feed on, and you know, I don't know if there's any water out there in any remaining channels of the you know, in the main pool area, but even if there isn't any at all, they can always cross the road and go to the channel on the other side and have some water there. So at least for these geese, it seems, assuming they can eat some of these grasses, I believe they can, it seems like there's plenty for them to eat and drink here. Up ahead, we may... Looks like another bald eagle up ahead. Another adult, and it's been there a bit, so I believe that's a second adult bald eagle, and we still have the one that chased off the young one, and I don't know where the young one is now. So we've seen 3 eagles. Probably shouldn't drive any farther if I want to show you those Canada geese. But there is some water in that channel, so they don't even have to walk. They don't even have to walk across the road to the main canal or channel or whatever it is. There are a number of Canada geese here. And there's some that are closer to us, but they're more difficult to show you. Is that a gull? Looks like a gull. Some sort. Don't know what kind. Like I told you, I don't know my gulls. I don't know your gulls either. Vegetation. Hold on. Let's see if we can. Oh, there's a great blue heron also. Or maybe they're closer by. I don't know. Let me take a quick look with binoculars. As I was mentioning earlier, last week, the problems we had seeing them were related to the vegetation, both close and, around them. And it wasn't just in seeing the colt, the young one, but even the adults, if they wanted to, to go to the ground, could be essentially completely hidden by those grasses. At one point, I was looking at an adult last week, and it, other than just its head, which it had chosen to keep above the grasses, couldn't see it. So, who knows? I don't see them now. And it would be great to see them now, especially close, because if, right now, it's cloudy. I mean, it's certainly not, completely, we're not in full sun, I should say. And maybe we'd have a decent look, but I don't see them. Certainly not close, so there's always a chance. Anyway, there are some gulls here. And it looks, so far, all gulls. I don't see any terns, for instance. Nope, no terns. There's a chance with that last, the eagle that I last showed you in the tree up ahead. If things work out well, we might have a good look at it. I don't know. Another great blue heron here. It's cooling itself, you can see. Who's that? Hold on one second. Who's that bird? Smaller bird. Oh, come on. I don't see it now. It's a smaller bird on the ground. Maybe a robin? It could be... The grass is in the way. The grasses are just a nightmare. looks like a starling, actually. But I thought I saw something else, but it looked like a starling. I don't know if it's been, maybe it has been a mistake to come up here through the summer. I mean, we haven't been seeing all that much the last few weeks. Wait a second, hold on one second. Okay, I was just thinking of looking at that eagle again in the tree up ahead, and for a second, just the way things looked, it almost looked like there were two eagles up there, but I believe it's just one. They're going backwards. And I believe I'm hearing, I'm not sure, but I believe I'm hearing an eastern kingbird somewhere. Well, no sandhill cranes within sight. Again, I have to admit I haven't looked as thoroughly as I maybe could have or should have, but if we want to see, if we want to take a look at that eagle, and I do, that's reasonably close, and we can get closer, but I don't know if I can get much closer without ruining our angle. It's up here. If I go ahead, I don't know if I'll be able to see it well, although it's facing away from us. Let's take our chances from here, I think. Let's see if I can do anything at all to get it in our view without blocking the road completely. This might not be too bad, and I think I'm not really completely blocking the road. And it's a little difficult for me, but I guess we'll take it. Okay, hold on. This might not be bad. Okay. Lighten it up a little. I may have just heard a common yellowthroat. Hold on, I've got a... There we go. So looking, while you're looking at the eagle, I'm looking back as best I can, and I believe I still see that other adult bald eagle. As for the young one that we had seen, I don't know where it is. It may not be in the area at all any longer. I'll lighten it up again. So often when we see a bald eagle here, you know, we don't get a very good look. My own views of them, you know, elsewhere are often not that great either. But this is not a bad view, I'd say. Uh-oh. I'm going to take a moment to look back at the other, which is, well, still there. Oh! I can't stay with it when it does that, not when I'm in the car. It's right overhead and now flying, I don't know where it's going. Hold on, something else is, that's a gull, I think. Oh, it's gone. As for the eagle, I'm not sure where it went. It looked like it was heading somewhat towards the main pool, but then it seemed to veer off. The, oh! Hold on. I think it's, I don't know if it's going to fly right, the other one. Can't see them now, there's trees in my way. Sorry. I don't know what's going on. Let's reposition the car and switch cameras. Hold on. Where are they? Where are they? They're there. At least one of them. I'm not sure if there's a second one up there yet, or still or not. It may have left, for all I know. I'm gonna leave you right like this for the moment. Let me look with binoculars. just the one that I see in the tree now. There had been two, but just the one now. Lighten it up a little. Oh, I do see another one. It's in another dead tree a little ways away. I don't know if I could probably show it to you, but it won't be a good look. This is a much better look, closer and with a better background. The other dead tree where we started all this doesn't have any eagles right now. And I'm actually the other eagle that I can see at the moment. I don't know if I could show it to you just because of the fence that might be in our way. Oops, sorry. Okay, I think I'm going to try to see if I can give you a look at the other eagle that's, again, it won't be great just because of where it is, but I'm going to try to give you a look at the other one. Hold on one second. If I can, I can. If I can't, I can't. See, we've got a fence right there in the way. I'll lighten it up and I can kind of zoom in. So you can see where that one is. You know, we haven't had all that many viewers lately. And I have to say, the people who could be viewing but aren't viewing are missing out. We see some nice things. And I think for a lot of people who might join us, it's a lost opportunity. Even today, you know, as I had said, it was a quiet day and everything, but we are seeing some interesting things. Now, I don't know what all that activity was about. There's a delay. I believe we are hearing that eagle. It's just that I mean, it's not that far away, but there's a delay between the sound and, or I'm sorry, between the movement of the mouth and the sound reaching us. It's far enough away that we have that issue. Again, I don't know what all this was about. There had been a young one in the area before, but like we saw them flying around. I couldn't capture everything maybe as well as I would have liked. And we won't stay on, you know, stay with them all day, but if any, you know, if anything triggered all this, I don't know what it was. I just don't see it. I just saw a barn swallow. My first confirmed sighting one today. Actually saw a second one too. So I'm looking right now with binoculars in various locations in the trees. We still have the one that we're looking at, and the one that I showed you not quite as well. It's in that same dead tree. I believe I just heard a swamp sparrow. Maybe. I don't normally hear calls like this from eagles. If anything, I hear the, I don't know how to duplicate it. I hear the rapid blah 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 blah. It's and high-pitched, tones, but I'm not hearing that. We're hearing this other call from this eagle right now. Again, we're not going to stay here all day watching them. I wish they were closer. Beautiful bird. Just a handsome bird. Oh, come on. Just have no idea what this calling is about. I mean, is it a territorial thing? I don't know. There's a car technically ahead of us, although because of the way we're pointed, it's behind us. And it looks like they're looking at the same thing we are, I guess. I don't know. What else is there to look at here? I don't know. We'll move along pretty soon, unless something happens. And it might. The other eagle is still where it was. I'm looking around, I'm not seeing anything else. Kind of looks like we might have a takeoff soon, but I may be wrong about that. Unless something happens, we'll just wait a few more moments and then we're going to move on. Being in the car, it's not really the best setup for capturing flight, but I'll do my best if something happens. Okay, one more look or two, and then I think we're moving on. Just a beautiful bird. Okay, we're going to move along. Always good to see eagles. And who knows? I'm hearing a swamp sparrow now. Maybe, possibly two. Pass us. Just for the song sparrow. I believe I heard a common yellowthroat again, I'm not sure. I believe so, yes. You know, we may not see that many eagles, and I'm not guaranteed to see an eagle every day of my life. But I've seen them often enough that it's not that remarkable to see them anymore. It's not a once in a lifetime or first ever experience, but I think it's important not to take them for granted. As often as we've seen them, as often as we see red-tailed hawks or any other bird. You never know what kind of a look you can get or what kind of activity you'll see or what. It is, and a lot of people just want to see something that's new to them. So, and I can understand that. Maybe if you bother to go out looking for birds, and you've seen I don't know, whatever the species is. Oh, I've seen that before. You may not, you may not have any interest in looking at it. I guess it all depends on what you're hoping to see, how you're hoping to see it, what your purpose is. I mean, if you just want to check off birds on a life list, that's one thing. If you want special looks at birds that are, something that you may have seen a million times before, but you want something special, I mean, you never know. Maybe you like to take photographs and you want just the perfect look at a given species. Okay, I see up ahead, looks like a great blue heron and what might be some Caspian terns. And maybe a shorebird or two, or actually several shorebirds, including one that just flew by and I didn't identify it. Okay, I think this is about as good a place as any to try to give you a look because of the grasses. I'm going to angle the car just a little bit for my convenience. And let's see what we can see from here. Well, first of all, let me give you a quick look with this camera. So we're looking out over here, and there are a couple shorebirds around here and there. I don't know if I'll be able to show them to you or identify them. Is that a killdeer? Caspian terns, and then more shorebirds closer by. I don't know what kind they are, and maybe I won't be able to figure them out anyway, but. And that may be it. Let's, oh, and the great blue heron. I don't know if you saw it or not, back there. So let's see if we can switch cameras and have a slightly better look. I'll throw it again. And you can see we still have grasses giving us problems, so, and I believe if I pull forward, I don't believe it's going to get much better. I may be wrong, but Those look like greater yellowlegs. Is that one also, or is that something else? That looks a lot smaller. I don't know what it is. And I just heard a marsh wren. I can't get you any closer than that, sorry. Not unless we put the teleconverter on. Here the Caspian turns. Oh, and more shorebirds in front of them. And it looks like, oh, there's a gull in the air, and it's flying on. That does not look like a... I don't believe that's a greater yellowlegs. Hey, maybe you're wrong. I'm having a hard time seeing it. No, it doesn't look like it. Looks like something else. Again, I'm not an expert on shorebirds or anything else, but somehow that bill looks extremely long. I'm tempted to try to move a couple inches to see if I can get some grasses out of our way. Is that any better? Maybe a little. Not much. Maybe I'm wrong. I may be wrong, right? I don't know. Leg is yellow. Somehow the bill seemed long to me. And maybe, maybe I'm wrong about that, but that, I don't know. Look at the bill on that bird there, compared to this one here. We'll try to move ahead, I think, and maybe we'll try to get another look, see if we can improve our angle any. Okay, let's move forward. I'm going to leave everything in place. That's something different too, I think. Before we move, let's see. Oh, what is that? Wow. That's greater yellowlegs there, but that is not a greater yellowlegs, you can tell. Look at the longer bill, the different coloring. Hold on one second, what's going on? It almost looks like an American woodcock, almost, but certainly similar to one. Hey, don't go there. Okay, we're going to move forward, see if we can improve our view of, well, any of the birds. Let me leave everything in place and move forward. Unfortunately, it looks like things don't get better, they get worse in terms of grasses in the way. Lost track of everybody anyway, but let's stop right about here, I guess. Let me reconfigure a couple things. Yeah, well, we'll give this a shot. Whatever it is, it's beautiful. Okay, let me just leave the camera here in case it pops back out. Oh, there it is. I hear a killdeer definitely now. This is not a killdeer that we're looking at, but I just heard a killdeer. I just want to see if I can maybe look up something here. I wonder if that's a snipe. Kind of looks like either a Wilson snipe, maybe? I'm guessing Wilson snipe. Dolph, I see your suggestion of jack snipe, but if you look at a range map, that would be highly unlikely here. And this does look a little bit more like, I would say, a Wilson snipe than a jack snipe. You look at that white underneath the eye, it's more prominent. The jack doesn't have quite that look. So my guess is Wilson snipe, and I believe we've seen them in the past. If Beautiful bird. Gorgeous. Try to improve the view a little bit. I can only do so much from here. That's it, unless I have the teleconverter. What we're hearing, I believe... Oh, hold on, what do I see? I don't know. Hey. Where'd it go? Oh, okay. What we were hearing is, I believe, greater yellowlegs vocalizing. Anyway, I believe this is a Wilson snipe. And that other bird that I was unsure of earlier may also have been one. The one that refused to face us. I'm looking around with binoculars right now while you look at the snipe. We're going to move on very shortly. Still, it was nice to see this bird. The sun is coming out, making things more difficult right now. Let's take a wider view of things. That's a killdeer right there. Oh no, wait, is it? Yes. No? Yes. Okay, that wasn't bad. We're going to move on. And see if anything else is out there and worth looking at. Nice to see. Because of the draining of the pool this year, the main pool here, you know, we've seen more shorebirds, at least earlier in the season, because normally the water's too deep to be a draw for them. They want it, you know, shallow. So while there's no doubt that the draining the pool has caused us to likely miss out on some things, it has helped us in a way also. What am I hearing? What is that vocalization? It almost sounds like an eagle, but a lower pitch. Now I don't hear it. that one. That was a song sparrow. Hold on a second. Did I possibly see something? No. Just some vegetation tricking my eyes. Oh well. Oh well. A couple more greater yellowlegs. Feels a little warmer, but it's reading 84 now instead of 85, so who knows. See a great blue heron in the air. I may try to cut today a little bit short just because, you know, would like to get back at a reasonable hour. A Sunday tour is not quite like a Saturday tour. Oops. Looking down the channel, I can barely look down and I don't see anything. Barely see down anything anymore because of the grasses. Over to our right, I see Canada geese. I might see some ducks also. I'm not sure. We haven't seen a single duck yet here today. I'm not sure if I'll be able to line up and... Oh, I do see some great egrets too. Two of them. Okay, this is through the windshield, so it won't be great. Actually, better than I thought. Some kind of ducks there, some Canada geese there. And I don't know if we'll have a better look or not. The egrets... I just heard common yellowthroat again. There's one, we can kind of see the second one. There are two of them there at least. And maybe up ahead, I don't know if we'll have much of a view, but we'll give it a try. Oh, the ducks we're not going to be able to see. I'll do my best from here, but we're not going to be able to see them because of where they are. I think once we're in the normal viewing area, it looks like we'll lose sight of them because of the grasses. Those are wood ducks there. And we may see ducks up ahead, but we have yet to see a duck anywhere so far. Up ahead on the road. Look like mourning doves to me. The great egrets are right here. I don't know if we'll be able to get a better look at them anywhere. Very frustrating. I know it's supposed to be the, you know, nature comes before photographers, and but you know, Beautiful birds. Going to bother trying to show you the great egrets from the viewing area. I don't believe I could have a good view from there. Grass, 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 and more grass. Just can't see anything. To our right, grass. To our left, grass is blocking our view of a channel where there's essentially nothing going on. So we're just moving right on. Female red-winged blackbird. Just for the marsh wren. highway noise in, but I need it for the air. Otherwise I'll cook in here. Give you a look. Things are just getting more filled in with vegetation, with grasses. Now there's still water here, obviously. Although it's not very deep by the looks of it. So you have to wonder, even if they do mow, will they come over and mow here, where it may still be wet all the way into the, whenever they decide to mow? I don't know. See, things change. I mean, I don't recall hearing too many marsh wrens around here, before, but maybe because of the way things are growing and the way things are working. It spreads them out. I don't know. I see a great blue heron. I just lost sight of it because of the grasses. So. Down in there, you can kind of see it. Oh, and somebody else down there too. Maybe greater yellowheads, probably. Here's the great blue heron. Probably a red-winged blackbird. Couldn't see it very well. See a Canada goose, at least one. Nothing going on there. Just the one goose there by itself. By the looks of things. Maybe others nearby, but it's just the one there that I can see. Check the binoculars on a couple things. Not much going on. See, all this has become tall now. I don't know if that has anything to do with the draining of the pool. Probably not. But I don't believe it's ever been this tall before. At least not in the times that I've been coming up here. I worried that once they finished their work here, they had heavy equipment, earth-moving equipment here for years. And now that it's finally finished, and I was worried that, okay, maybe eventually it'll be a good area for ducks to see ducks in the during migration. I was worried that things would get overgrown again, and sure enough, they're overgrown here. They can mow it, but who knows if they will. Can't see a thing. This is terrible. It's a little better here now, for the moment. In the past, we've had nice looks in this area. We don't get as much activity, but we've had nice looks at swans, at various ducks, an eagle once or twice, great blue herons, great egrets. I mean, we've seen some things in this stretch. And right now, it looks like if they were there, we'd have a hard time seeing anything. And I'm sure they keep this area clear because they've got this, facility here, but it's not much really. We may not be up here all that much more time if things are like they were last week. But we'll see. Last week's Shockey Pool was disappointing, and so much so that we never even, together got out of the car. Same thing with Mays Point, which is, let's face it, often like that. I asked again about red-headed woodpeckers, and they just seems like they've moved to locations that just make it harder to see them. It's a shame, really, because they are gorgeous. Mentioned before the eagles at Mud Lock, and since the tour began, we looked at them on a number of occasions, and they weren't that close, and they were very difficult to see, and quite honestly, it always bothered me because just years before the tour began, they were much closer and without any obstruction. Well, the angle wasn't perfect, but without any obstructions whatsoever. And I never had the camera gear I have now at the time, but it would have been great if I had, because it would have had a nice look into an eagle's nest. And then they moved, and then apparently they moved again, and so we don't get the view that we would have had if they had stayed put. Might have been something really nice. Anyway, it looks like we're just about done with Wildlife Drive. Could have been worse, certainly. I believe I hear some starlings. To a couple other places. Maybe there are other places I should go today, I don't know, but time is a factor. I see an American goldfinch flying over the road. Hold on a second. At Mays Point, up ahead, I'll give you a look if I can. At Mays Point, and this won't be great because of the distance and through the windshield. In that one tree, we have a number of gray egrets and great blue herons. Interesting to see them all in a tree like that. We're going to go elsewhere first, and maybe that's worth, I don't know, well, you know what, we may not be able to see it from the platform there. There's a good chance we won't, just because of the other trees in the way.